We love our Somalis. We love our Muslims. Yeah, I can't play that. Not gonna play It's Alex Jones. Not gonna do that. Because you can't play that kind of stuff. But I love it. I mean, yeah, you can play it. Some of the bigger channels can play it. Should I play it? I'm not going to. You know why? Because I don't need to. Why did I start this? I started this stream in order to talk about RippaVerse. It has been one of the most impactful startups in the whole of comic book or comics in general. The fact that this is not being talked about by the mainstream, it is shameful. I have been a comic supporter for the majority of my years. Now, I got out of Marvel, which is where I used to lie as far as what comics I used to buy. You know, I used to love Marvel, X-Men. But not for a long time. Decades. At least one. Pardon me. At least one. Maybe more. I mean, did I buy comics for the past decade? Nah. Not even close. Haven't been interested. I don't like comics nowadays. They're all about preaching to you about blah, blah, blah. Like, you're this bad person or that bad person. I don't care. I've been out living my life. What have I been doing? Army veteran. Engineer. Yoga master. And now what am I doing? I'm just sort of taking a break. I don't care anymore. The youngins can keep them on doing what they're doing. But I do want to just inject myself in this, at least, and say, I totally support Rippa. Eric July is a renaissance man. He knows what it is to have a passion about something, to strive for perfection. When you want to do something as a man, as anyone, as a human, but I would especially reach out to the young men and even to older men. Find a passion, strive for it, work for it every single day. It will make you a better person. Stop just floating. I understand how easy it is to just not care, to not have passion about something. That's the wrong way to live. A- as a man, I can only speak from my perspective. But as a man, if you don't have something to reach for every single day, if you don't have a higher goal in mind, you are going to slip. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And that's why if you're a father, please speak with your young boys. Get them into something. I mean, to the young ladies out there, for sure do the same thing, but it's not this. We're not living in a time of hardship for women, and God forbid that I, jump the whatever rails nowadays where it's like, oh, women are always the victim. Or nah, dude, men are having a hard time right now. All men, especially young men. Find something that makes you feel good, and make sure that that thing that makes you feel good is putting back something into the community. Stop taking away. Rippa has shown you the way. You don't have to like where you came from. Not a lot of people do. But you know what you can do is make the future better for you, your family, and everyone after you. That's all it is, man. This isn't hard. What are we going to do? Lay down? I don't think so. We wouldn't lay down even if they gave us the opportunity. That's that's what these people, the people on the other side don't understand that. Even if they told us to lay down, we still wouldn't. I don't know. All I've wanted to do is to influence the next generation for the better. To somehow impart to them the knowledge that I've learned and try to tell them, "Hey, there's probably a better way than what we did because we effed it up." And if you're someone who's an adult that can't say that you effed up, I have some questions for you. And if you're a young person who says that I never F up, well, I've also got some questions for you. But that's not what I'm talking about right here. All right? What I'm talking about right here is how can we all come together? Now, Rippa is a great example. Go buy his comic. Go buy RippaVerse. Isom #1. Do I have any insight into what it's gonna be? No, I don't. I don't even know Rippa. No idea who he is. But I do know this. He is a genuine person when you see him on YouTube, when you see him streaming, when you see him on night's main event, or when you see him on Friday Night Tights, or when you see him even on his own stream. All he's saying is the things that he believes. He's not trying to candy coat anything. I'm tired of this. We're all tired of this. We're tired of the candy coating, of the hand holding. What are you going to tell me how I'm supposed to feel next? Is that next? Are you going to tell me what to think? We're all tired of that, correct? I would think. I started this channel to teach people how to come from the heart. All right. This is a yoga channel. Gonna get back to yoga stuff here in a little bit. It's gonna be out by the pool, probably. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Come check it out. But for right now, we need to focus on some social stuff because we're not gonna get past this. I'm not gonna be able to teach. A lot of people aren't gonna be able to teach unless we get past this. Because a lot of people like me, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but I don't want to teach people who are going to put me down for some sort of perceived privilege or like all of these weird words that the progressives, the weird woke people like to talk about. Like, when you talk about victimhood, that's the biggest thing. Do you perceive yourself as a victim? If you do, you should probably get some therapy and then move out into reality after that. I I don't know what's happened with therapy or, psychologists, psychiatrists in the past, whatever. I've been out of I stopped going after they stopped helping me because if you're just going to say yes to everything that I say, what's the point of you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like when all of these people with mental illness go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist and then they just say, "Oh, well, you obviously are right." Is that where we're at in our society? So just a whole bunch of people with horrible psychiatric problems are running rampant in our society? Is that where we're at? I think it kind of is where we're at. I think that there are a lot of people out there who can't understand that reality is what reality is. There are only two genders. You're born male or female. Those are the only two options. You're male or female. The end. You can pretend to be whatever the fuck you want the rest of your life. I mean, if you're born a male and you want to pretend to be a dolphin, I don't give a shit. Dude, I really don't. If you want to pretend to be a woman, I don't care. I really don't. But if you perform surgery on yourself and like give yourself fucking some sort of drugs and then say that you're a woman, I'm going to have to fucking say no. You're not a woman. You're a man who's become a eunuch essentially because you chopped your own balls off. And if you're a woman who chops your fucking tits off, you're not a man. You're not a man. Do you understand what the fuck I'm talking about? You're not a man. It just is what it is. And yeah, I raised my voice because I'm getting a little pissed off at the people in our world who think that it's okay to just say this stuff. Why? Your mental illness is making all of us angry. You cannot be a man if you were born a woman. You cannot be a woman if you were born a man. Fact. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I'm ever going to have to say about that. You can't change my mind, and you can go fuck yourself because I don't want to yell about it anymore. But that's where we're at now. Do you want to have a civil war over this stuff? Really? You want to have a civil war over whether or not men can be women and women can be men? That's retarded. It's just retarded. I don't know. I don't know where our society is going to go from here. But I do know this. I will be providing services to anyone who wants to just get healthy. If you just want to have some sort of semblance of reality where I'm going to speak to you as honestly as I possibly can. This is Buddha CPU channel. This is where we get down to yoga. This is where we get down to fully fleshing out how our body connects to our mind. It connects to the wider world around us. I've always looked at it that way. I love life. I love people. I love reality. The fact that I find myself in 2022 debating people over the fact that genders can be swapped is retarded to me. It's totally retarded. And I use that word, retarded. I'm going to say it again, retarded. In the way that it's meant to be used. We are retarding our society. We are making it less than it was before by trying to even think about this stuff. It's retarded. We're retarding our civilization. Men cannot be women. Women cannot be men. Are there masculine women and feminine men? Of course there are. Everyone's different. Does that mean that a masculine man or a masculine woman needs to like do all kinds of weird surgeries, or a feminine man needs to do all? No. Stop that. Don't do that. Stop. No. No. Why? Why? This is not going to work out well for you. It's not going to work out well for your family. It's not going to work out well for your country. It's not going to work out well for anyone. Essentially, you just fucked over everything. Good job. Don't do that. Am I going to be seen as a horrible person for saying that? Don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself. Here's 2 big fucking middle fingers to you. Yay! I don't like these people. For every single moment of my life since I was born, I have striven. Strived? Strived. Yes. Strived is the correct word. Strived to be the most balanced person. It's just what I do. That's my thing. I like to be balanced. I like to have every single option weighed equally before me, and then I make a decision. But you know what I can't stand? This weird psychotic I'm going to change my gender stuff going on. I can't, there is no balance here. It's all evil. It's the most evil thing that I've ever, and I don't use that word lightly. I don't I don't like to say that things are evil, but man, when you're talking about like, I don't even like to say it, but like when you're going after kids, man, no, no, you will stop now. You will stop now, or we will come for you. Because there is no, you don't come after children like this. Just stop. And that's the problem that we have right now. These people, they think that it's okay to just talk about stuff in front of children that shouldn't be talked in front of children. Dude, stop. Not even dudes. They're women. A lot of them are women. So I can't even say dude, I guess. Bitch, stop. I don't fucking know. Asshole, bitch, stop. I at this point in time, I don't care. Dude, I don't give a shit about what is fucking socially acceptable anymore. Dude, fuck the SJWs. Fuck the woke. They're pieces of shit. Okay? There is no such thing as a human caused anything. Humans don't cause shit. We are a small, minuscule part of this huge bio. It's a biome that is huge. The earth is massive. Humans are affecting that. Okay. Well, you should look into sun cycles first of all before you approach me, because scientifically speaking, sun cycles are what's going to kill us. There is nothing that humans can do. On the other hand, what can we say about humans? Well, we do like to trash the planet. Now, am I going to say that we shouldn't clean up our trash? Hell no. Dude, clean up your goddamn trash. Stop polluting the fucking planet. Is there anything that we can do to stop global warming? Well, you're retarded if you think so, because The sun is going to do everything that it wants to do, and we don't have a fucking chance. We need to prepare, though, because the sun will be acting out very soon. And we might want to be ready for that because, we operate on an electromagnetic sort of planetary communication system. So why in the hell would we not care about the fact that the sun could wipe that all out? The sun could do that in a day. Blink, there goes the internet. I wouldn't even be able to send this out. This would be done. Can that happen? Absolutely. Look it up. Do you know anything about physics or the solar cycle? Okay, well, get back to me when you do. So here we go. Back to young Rippa. The reason that I started this stream to begin with. Young Rippa, he has taken on Marvel and DC and gotten way more praise than they have. No one's talking about him. Not one. Well, Fox is talking about him, but of course, those people who are averse to Fox will not watch it. So if they're, I don't know, a CNN lover, maybe they will never watch it. Now, I've been to many gatherings, family gatherings and whatnot, and, I don't talk about this stuff a lot. If it comes up in conversation, I will definitely voice my opinions, but at the same time, it's not like I'm in this stream where in the stream I am very vocal. In real time, I'm a little bit less vocal just so that I can hear the other person's side. Whereas, here it's a stream, so I'm just going to say whatever I want, especially since no one is watching. But what I will say is that a lot of people that I talk to are not on board with the Democratic way of going about things. Like, they don't like Joe Biden. They don't like what the fuck's going on. And that's in a political sense, but in a social sense, they're also not okay with all of the female-centric movies. They're not okay with that. Even most of the females that I talk to, they're just not okay with that. Mostly, and it's not because of the fact that the character in front and center is a female. The fact of the matter is the writers that come up with characters nowadays, they don't understand how to make a good character. So if you write a character that is super powerful, like uber powerful, how is a normal person supposed to connect with that? Like, there was a whole bunch of 80s movies where there were these like men who were just the bestest at everything. Like, they did this, they did that, blah 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 blah. They weren't good movies, and we all forgot about them. Here it is, 2022. What are they doing? They're making a whole bunch of movies the same way, except they swapped the male for a female. And it's like, I still don't care. Like, if you make this uber powerful woman who has like no compassion for anyone, why the fuck should anyone care? Why? Is should we care because they're a woman? I would ask you why. Like, if it was a man, should I care about them? If you say no, then I would be like, well, why should I care about that character if it's a woman? Like, again, like, it's the parody thing. Like, if it's a woman and I'm supposed to care about them, but if we swap that character out to be a man and you wouldn't care about them because their actions are horrible, then why should I care about the woman whose actions are horrible? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves as a society. It is what it is. I come along once in a while to observe and talk about, but these things go on every day, in every movie, in every book. They're essentially, this is what our reality is right now, is the fact that you're supposed to believe that a woman is good because woman? No, reject that. Just reject that. Women are good because of who they are, because of the actions that they take. Just like a man is good because of who that man is. What actions do they take? How do they feel? How do they interact with society? Are they a truly good person? Or are they a bigot? These are the things that you have to ask yourself. And these are hard questions that a lot of young people don't like to ask themselves. It just is what it is, man. Like, when I was under 30 years old, and I know man, you're talking about 3 decades of living already. But of course, for a human, the first decade of living really isn't anything, right? I mean, you barely know what the hell's going on. And then the second decade of living, you're mostly learning stuff in school, you're under your parents. So, like, the third decade of living is really where you're picking up most of your stuff. And then the fourth decade of living, okay, you're picking up way more stuff. So, here I am. I've now been 4 decades in. I've learned a lot. Not everything, of course not. But what I can impart to younger people, or even people my own age, is the fact that, it, man, there is nuance to life. You cannot be on one side or the other. And I mean, yes, there are times to pick a side, and we're always going to have to, just as I have picked a side in the realms of my life. However, those choices were not made overnight. Those choices were made over time. And those choices were made in the hope that, even though I don't personally have children, I have nieces and nephews, and I want their future to be better than mine. I don't want them to live through what I see to be unfortunate choppiness in our society. Um, we we have gone too far away from each other. We don't we're not together anymore. As a veteran, the first thing that I noticed when I came back to civilian life was that in the military, everyone has a specific purpose, and we're all aligned toward that purpose. In civilian life, you don't have that. The best you can get is when you're working for a company, everyone is sort of working towards the same thing. But even then, it's not the same, because within a company, a lot of people they're in it for themselves. And so you don't have the same kind of camaraderie. You don't have the same uh, fellowship or brotherhood, or whatever you want to call it. You know, sisterhood for the females. I just it's not the same thing. Uh, do I think that it's not a good thing? You know, the civilian world is totally different from the military world, and it totally should be. I like the fact that the civilian world doesn't have that. Like, you don't have to be totally within a group. Like, you don't have to sacrifice your mind, body, and soul to a project. It's voluntary, whereas in the military, you have to. It's required of you. So yeah, it's better in that sense, but at the same time, uh, should you be doing that? That's up to the company. Do I believe in giving the all into a awesome company that has everyone's best interests at mind and heart? Yes. Uh, do I believe that a lot of those companies exist? No, I don't. I believe that a lot of companies are, and rightfully so, in it for themselves, which is fine. You know, work for a company like that, but again, don't put your heart and soul into it. You know, don't be an ass kisser. You don't deserve it. You know, do things on your own time. Everyone needs to um, be more independent. We all need to have side gigs. We all need to come together outside of our work, because I don't think that the economy, the way that it's working right now, is going to go very far. It's just not. It is what it is. We're all gonna keep on doing what we're doing, but how much is that piece of paper that you paid 60, 80, $100,000 for gonna be worth in a few years? What kind of work can you do? That's the important part. What can you do? What can you bring to the table? Other than that, I guess I'll see y'all for, I don't know, I will do another yoga stream soon. I guarantee you. I swear. You know, let's do we'll end with this. We'll end with this. So grab around the belly here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And again, don't raise the chest, raise the belly. So we're inhaling, we're letting the belly expand here. Exhale. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, come halfway down. Straighten the back, bring the shoulders back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms down all the way to the ground. Inhale, arms all the way up. Bring the hands back down to center. Those hands being at center. We're just going to have a small prayer and a moment of silence. Inhale and exhale. For life, love, and learning. Praise be to thee. Whatever God you find, whatever higher spiritual being, go on. Be better than you were yesterday. To all of you out there. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Not all who wander